Hello heathens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all doing well, and if you are not, baby, I'm right there with you. You guys know that things have been a little up and down and weird for me since about late November, but we're chugging along, we're doing well. I'm going to be playing in my sketchbook today, so we are going to just have a good time. We're gonna have a good time, stress-free, fun, sketchy mess. So if you're in the mood to hang out, go grab a sketchbook or just go do something fun, or chores. Listen to me in the background, whatever it is that you are doing. If I sound shockingly calm, I don't know why that is, because I have had so much iced tea today. I'm drinking some more at the moment. I mean, maybe it's the ambiance. I have my lighting. I mean, the lighting on my desk is much brighter than the rest of my apartment. I have nice warm lighting in here. But I've been in the habit lately of putting candles on my art table. I don't want to blind you guys, but I have a candle burning and it's just so sweet and lovely. And yeah, let's friggin' sketch. Is she ever gonna sketch? Because you guys know I run my mouth. But I've been mentioning to you guys in recent videos that I don't want to abandon my completed sketchbooks. Every time I complete a sketchbook, I put it aside, and although I don't necessarily never look at it again, it's a rarity. When I'm flipping through my closet, reorganizing, and I see an old sketchbook, I might pull it out and flip through it and then put it back on the shelf and forget about it again for another year, right? Well, no, I need to stop that, because I have so many good ideas and just undeveloped thoughts in my sketchbooks that deserve attention. And we're starting with my 2022 sketchbook. The other day, I actually, admittedly, filmed a Sketchy Saturday for this, but the footage was unusable because my camera angle was so messed up that you were seeing either just the bottom half or the top half of her for the majority of the video. And it was a whole hour and like 20 minutes long. I'm like, oh my God, great. I can't believe I didn't catch that. I mean, I film in segments, like half an hour here, 20 minutes here, but I mean, still, the vast majority of it was off camera. So anyway, all of that to say that I created this cute little sketch, and the idea occurred to me, and I talked it out with you guys because I was talking my nonsense in my video, and then it sprang up that I thought she would make a great sticker. And I thought, maybe a good series for my channel moving forward is to find designs in my sketchbooks that would make good stickers, and then we can create a new video series on my channel that's just a sporadic video series that I upload whenever I make a new sticker, once a month maybe, something like that. But taking my old sketches, turning them into a sticker, and voila, new video. So I created this one. It's such a bummer that footage was completely useless, but anyhow, today I want to play in this sketchbook again, and I have a sketch in mind because I've been in love with the sketch since I created it. It was a Patreon exclusive coloring page, and oh God, where is it? She's one of my Art Deco inspired 1980s, like this one. Oh my God, I love this sketch so much. And she would have been so good in my Deco Dolls coloring book. But I mean, I created this long after Deco Dolls was released. But I'm so obsessed with this style, this fashion 1980s Art Deco look, right? She has such a look, not look, L-O-O-K, look as in L-E-W-K. But she's fabulous. I'm obsessed, and I haven't even colored this. I created the coloring page for my Patreon patrons, and I'm not even sure my Patreon patrons necessarily enjoy this page very much, because I'm not sure if anybody colored it. But I mean, of course, my patrons, they can download the page and they can color it whenever they want. They can color it 5 years from now. They don't have to color it the month that I release that page. But I love this. This is very me. I mean, the only thing that would make this more me is if she had a friggin' skull somewhere, right? But I love this illustration or this sketch. So we are going to turn her into a completed illustration, and maybe she will become a sticker if I like it. Let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do for this first portion of the color and chat, the Sketchy Saturday, is I'm going to simply outline the art, and then I'm going to let her sit around for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to erase the ink, or rather the pencil underneath it, because what many people do not realize, and I see people do this often, is they will illustrate something in pencil, they will ink it, and then within a minute or two, they will erase all of the ink lines. And I don't know why I've never said this on my channel, because I do have, I think about half and half split, maybe a little bit more, maybe it's a 60-40 split. I have people who are artists and illustrators themselves, and then the other portion of my subscribers are coloring book enthusiasts, the people who purchase my books. So they don't really care about my art necessarily, they like my coloring books and vice versa. So I have a little bit of everything, and then there's definitely crossover as well. But having said that, I've never mentioned this, and if I do have people out there who are artists, I like to give you little tips and tidbits and useful information when I can, just in case you didn't know, just letting you know certain things. And this is a big one. This is a big one that people just don't talk about. When you ink your artwork, hold on, my table is jiggling. I need to fix it. When you ink your art over pencil, you must give the ink ample time to dry. Because what happens is when you ink over pencil, the ink doesn't necessarily soak into the paper wherever you place it on top of the graphite. So for instance, right here on this line, I'm going to go over that line, and most of my ink is sitting on top of that graphite line. So when it dries and I erase it, naturally I am going to pick up some of the ink. But if I don't wait for it to dry sufficiently, I will remove more ink than I want. So your lines end up looking fairly gray, and that's not ideal, right? If you don't want to go back and re-ink, it becomes a mess. So my recommendation is to go over your pencil work and let it sit for at least 10 minutes. I typically will walk away from something for about an hour or two, if not overnight. Now, overnight is overkill, but you definitely want to give it ample time to dry. And this is coming from someone who has inked religiously since, I started drawing. So just take it from me. I know it sucks if you want to get started on a drawing and you're impatient and blah, blah, blah. I know. But trust me, just wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly ink this lovely saucy thing, and then I'm going to let her probably sit overnight, and then we will continue this Sketchy Saturday tomorrow. But I just wanted to toss that in, because I don't think that for my Sketchy Saturdays, have I ever shown you the inking process of my work? I do not show the sketching process because for anyone who's asked, because I have had a couple of comments in recent months where people say, hey, will you ever consider showing us your sketching process and all of that? And the answer to that is, never say never, but I don't anticipate ever showing that portion of my process again. And the reason for that is, and I've mentioned this before and my thoughts are the same, sketching is kind of my, that's my quiet time. That's when I just like to be alone with my thoughts, or lack of thoughts, because sometimes sketching, I just think of nothing. It's my blank slate period where I'm just relaxing and sketching. And I just don't want to talk and get that on camera. And nor do I, even if I'm not talking, right? Even if I'm simply recording, I don't want that eyeball on me of the camera while I'm doing it, right? I don't know, it's just a weird thing. It's that feeling of being watched, even though I'm not. It's just my camera. But sketching is the one private thing that I do in terms of art, because you guys know, I create my coloring books and I'm on, doing coloring chats and doing these Sketchy Saturdays and all of that. But that, just the sketching, the quiet sketching is just, I like that. That's my like private time. Okay, that's like my me time. And there was a point when I used to do that, but then it just got annoying because I would have to sketch at my desk. And truth be told, sometimes I enjoy sketching just sitting on the floor of my apartment, right? It's just laying on my bed. I don't want to be forced to sit at my desk when I'm just working out an idea. So that's why I used to do it, but I just don't enjoy that process, capturing that process on film. You see me freeforming or freestyling rather when I'm working on art. You know, I'll add some details here, some details there, some, you know, some bits and bobs. And so that certainly, I do get that on camera, but the initial sketch, no, that's my quiet me time. Sorry to disappoint you who enjoy watching that sort of thing. Because the funny thing is when I used to do it, those were my least watched videos. Like people would check out, like they would immediately like see me sketching and then click out of the video. My analytics will tell me that. And now all of a sudden people are asking, I'm like, oh my God, I never know what people want. This is why I just do what I want. I do what I want and not necessarily what people ask. But I appreciate the suggestions because I have taken some of your suggestions to heart and I have created videos around your suggestions. So thank you. I hope that didn't sound harsh. I think I articulated that well, right? It's nothing, it's not as though, oh my God, you watching me sketch is so intrusive. No, it's not that at all. It's just, that's my me time. That's all. All right. So I'm going to, I mean, she's almost done. So I'm going to finish the rest of the inking off camera and then I will see you when she's ready to be colored. You all, it's time to get coloring on this girl, but I want to use my glaze pen because I have a vision of her being glossy and fabulous. But the glaze pen is gone. So I've been out of my glaze pen for weeks, and when I place orders for supplies, I typically like to wait until I have about at least $25 worth of supplies to order because I like placing a small bulk order just because if I order supplies, you know, every week I'm gonna have to pay the $5 shipping every week, and no, let's not do that because at the rate I run out of pens, that's not smart. So I'm out of a few pens right now, but I'm not quite at the $25 threshold. So my glaze pen, I'm missing it right now, but we're going to have to, no problem. We are going to revert back to my old school ways, which is making everything shiny without the use of an actual shiny pen. But oh, this girl would look so awesome with the glaze pen, but it's okay. It's okay. We're doing things a little old school here today. Oh, excuse me. Air bubbly. Somebody come burped me. I have an air bubble. Okay, so let's see. What am I going to do today? I have a feeling that I'm going to keep this one fairly simple. And I want to use green, and I believe I also want to use a bright pink on this one as an accent. She reminds me a lot of a sketch that I had made. It's an illustration that I made for my patrons way back, excuse me, way back in February, this one. It's kind of the same look, right? Kind of, sort of, ish. You can see that the earrings here look almost like the sleeves that she has, and she's wearing one of these 1940s style, well, they recreated these hats in the 80s, but it was based on a 1940s style. I really like this look of the turban with the giant headpiece, and it's just one of my favorite styles from the 80s. And I like the green and black combo a lot. Green and black is one of my favorite combos, but I want to put some pink on here to new wave her up a little bit. And I think that's going to look great as a sticker because this girl, I'm pretty positive she's going to be a sticker. I mean, look at her. She's freaking fabulous. So that's the name of a perfume, isn't it? Well, not freaking fabulous, but the F word, effing fabulous. I think it's a Tom Ford one. I don't like it. I don't like the way it smells, actually. Some Tom Ford fragrances are beautiful, but that one, not digging it. I thought it was going to be pretty because of the name, freaking fabulous, you know. Not pretty, but I thought it was going to be bombastic and interesting. No, it's very meh. run of the mill. I do like plain scents. You guys know I'm a basic bitch. I love vanilla. Vanilla anything, my God. I love just vanilla. I'm a boring person. Vanilla cake, plain cheesecake with nothing on it. When it comes to vanilla cake, I like it plain as well. But if there's going to be frosting on it, just slap a gallon of just plain vanilla buttercream. I'm so basic. My coffee today, I'm drinking, what am I drinking today? It's some like generic brand from Target. I think it's a Target brand. It is, here, proof of what a basic bitch I am. Vanilla bean brulee. I'm telling you, it's the kind of coffee I'm drinking today. And with plain whipped cream in it. Yeah, we're getting a little sweet today. The coffee itself is not sweet. It's just flavored with a little bit of vanilla. But I don't like sweet coffee. Every once in a while, it's okay. You know, I indulge in the pumpkin spice latte. If you've been with me for a while, you know that just a couple years ago was the first time I'd ever tried a pumpkin spice latte. Isn't that wild? I'd never had one in my entire life. From anywhere, not just Starbucks, from anywhere. Okay, that Sharpie's dead, so we're just going to move on to another black marker. But never in my life. And you know what? I liked it. Was it the most delicious thing in the world, the way that these sweater and Ugg boot girls make it seem? No, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Was it amazing? Again, no, but it was fine. And I enjoyed it so much now that, yes, I'm fully part of the pumpkin spice tribe, that I created a pumpkin spice sticker, a little pumpkin spice latte sticker, and that was my top selling, what was it? I had 2 top selling stickers. I think it was tied with another sticker, but barely. And it was my, wait, was it? No, I had a sticker that was my second seller, but it almost, whatever. What I'm trying to say is my pumpkin spice latte sticker was my top seller last year, and it was incredible. It's so cute. I might be bringing it back next year. We'll see. What I need to do, I've already sketched it out, is you guys know what's my other drink? What's my other drink besides my black iced coffee and black iced tea? Somebody here knows it. Somebody here knows it who watches my channel on a regular. My other favorite drink, yeah, sparkling water, yes, of course. But my other favorite caffeinated beverage. So black coffee, black iced tea, but what's the other one? What's the other one? You ready? You don't know? You don't know? The Earl Grey tea. You guys, I'm telling you, basic bitch. Basic bitch. I love an Earl Grey. I love a London fog. Delicious. So I should make a sticker. That's a tea. I think I will. I'm telling you, I already have the sketch, but I haven't made it yet. And it's a very cute sketch, by the way. I mean, it's to toot my own horn. Oh my gosh. Do you guys hear? No, you guys don't pick it up. My neighbor is coughing her brains out. There are like 4 neighbors right now on my, what's the terminology? My corridor, I suppose, of my apartment complex. Like 4 of my neighbors, like direct neighbors, coughing their brains out with flus and COVID. I'm like, what is going on? So every time I go outside, it's like a gauntlet. I'm like, oh my God, I need to duck and dive in my brain. Okay, try to duck and dive these germs, which is physically impossible unless you're wearing a mask and a scarf, right? But I'm like, oh my God, I've already been sick twice. Please, no. Get your flus and your colds and your COVIDs away from me. Please, I can't do this again. Oh my gosh, I'm barely starting to get better. Do you hear me? Right now, the time that I'm getting down to film this, it is what's the date today? The 20th? The 19th? I don't know. Something like that. But I'm barely starting to feel normal. And you can still tell that I'm congested from that funky, well, from the slew of funky diseases that I've had since November. But no, I can't deal with another one right now. Please, this is why let's talk a little bit. I have decided to revert back to 2020 Karla and to become an antisocial, not necessarily antisocial hermit, but back in 2020 when the pandemic was fresh, remember when lockdowns occurred? I mean, of course you remember, but when lockdowns occurred, it was, look, I don't enjoy the death and the destruction, okay? I hate that. Look, I'm a bitter little tart, okay? But I don't explicitly enjoy when people are miserable. Now, if people deserve to be miserable, fine. I'm sorry, you may not agree with me, but I certainly believe in an eye for an eye, meaning if somebody tortures and kills another human being, I think they deserve the same treatment. I think they deserve the same treatment, and furthermore, I don't believe that they deserve to die. I think that they deserve to be tortured twice as long. And that might sound harsh to you guys, but I feel like when people do something wrong and it's a completely heinous crime, I don't even think that they deserve the chance for redemption, because you've destroyed so many lives. Why should we allow you to fix yours? I'm sorry, you may not agree with me. Now, if it's a petty crime, I stole a jar of peanut butter from the grocery store, okay, whatever, go do some community service, that's fine. Your kids are hungry, you have no money, you're stealing, so whatever, I don't care. But murdering people, no, sorry, no, unacceptable. And anywho. The point is, I don't enjoy seeing people suffer. I don't. But during lockdowns, I was finally able to, my hypochondria and germophobia aside, I was able to exist in a state of low anxiety. Like, yes, I was always anxious about catching the damn plague, right? But I wasn't worried about human interaction. Now, I'm not a shy creature. I'm not socially awkward. I'm not agoraphobic. I have none of those things. I just happen to be a very insular individual, and I'm always thinking and plotting and scheming in my brain. I'm always thinking about my projects and my work and what I want to do. And time is precious. And if I'm out at the grocery store, I just want to get in and out and do what I want to do, and I'm not in the mood to have a small talky session with anyone. Now, I just don't like to be bothered. That's not to say that, if a little old lady is trying to reach, a can of tuna on the top shelf and she can't reach it, please, you little old lady, ask me for help and I will get it for you. I'm not going to say, ugh, you nasty little disgusting old hag. Don't bother me. No. I'm happy to help. But I don't want to have a small talk conversation in the middle of aisle 12. I just don't. And when the lockdowns occurred, that was a big no-no. People were in and out of the grocery stores. Nobody would talk to each other. Everybody would just keep their distance, and I would be able to go on my merry way. It's as though I existed with an invisibility cloak, and it was fantastic. And it allowed me at that point to tell people that I know. So, because here's the thing. Everyone that I know was bored, frustrated, and anxious and stressed during lockdown. I was a complete opposite. The way that people felt during lockdown, the stress, the anxiety, the boredom, that's the way I feel when I'm forced to interact with people that I'm not interested in interacting with. This is why even though I was an excellent student in school and in college and all of that, I hated group projects. I hated interacting with my fellow students. I hated working in an office environment where I had to play nice with coworkers because, if you send an email and your tone is a little bit off, the bitch in the cubicle next door is in the bathroom crying, right? I hate all of that. I don't want to watch my tone. You're a grown up, okay? If you interpret something incorrectly, that's a you problem, not a me problem. So anyhow, I was able to tell people, hey, the reason that I am not in the mood to come, clubbing with you today is because I've had it with people and I just need to spend some alone time. And people never understood that. People would get offended and they would feel bad, and then it would be a big old thing. Oh my gosh, Karla always says no to my invitations. because most people simply don't understand the way that people like me are. We enjoy our alone time, and we're not necessarily, am I introverted? Yes and no, because I'm definitely a ham and I love to go out and have fun. It's difficult to explain, it's difficult to articulate to people. I get it, but once COVID happened, I was able to use that and say, hey, it's not that I don't enjoy your company. It's not that I don't want to come out today necessarily. It's give me a couple of weeks to be alone, and then I will be in the mood to come out with you. And people couldn't understand why I would say that pre-COVID. And then post-lockdowns, I would say, hey, you know those feelings of anxiety and stress and boredom that you felt when you were locked up at home? That's exactly the way that I feel when I'm out in public in a situation that I don't necessarily enjoy or want to be in. And so then when I say that, the light bulb went off and go, oh, okay, got it. It's not that you're angry with us. It's not that you hate us. It's just, you're just not having it right now. We'll catch you next time. That's it. So it was kind of an eye-opener for people, and I appreciate that. People are starting to forget it now, though. I'm getting the invitations to go out clubbing again, and I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. I'm one little monster. Nobody's taking care of me. It's just me. I don't need to get sick. It throws me completely out of whack, and then, you know, it's just not worth the trouble. So, long story longer, I have not been to a nightclub in a long time, years actually. I have gone to the tiki bars, you know, I go out, but I'm careful about it. I don't go when there's crazy parties. I don't do all of that. Never on the weekends when it's more crowded, because I do live in a resort town and it gets very crowded here. I don't mind tourists, it's not the problem, but let the tourists have their weekends, and I will go on the tiki bar when it's, or go to the tiki bars when it's quiet and not as crowded. I used to love going out every weekend to the nightclubs, you know, to the 80's nights. Anytime, you know me, anytime there's a disco themed night, an 80's themed night, you can't get this monster off the dance floor. No ma'am, good luck. I used to do weekends in Las Vegas, all the 80's nights and the drag bars and all that. Nope, no mas, none of that. Not until further notice, until this damn disease is under control. So yeah, this year I am going to be focusing so much more on my artwork, because we're going, I mean, I'm even entertaining having my groceries delivered. I'm trying to budget correctly for it, because it's called Instacart, the service, and using that service, it can get pricey. But if you budget correctly, it's not too bad. And I can use it a couple times a week, not every week, but a couple times a month rather, so I can alternate so that I don't have to go out to a crowded grocery store. I know it sounds extreme, but it's important that I look out for myself. And if I can avoid catching any of these winter bugs, well, it's worth the expense. Now remember that I don't have any vices. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Well, I mean, I do, but only socially and when I'm out. And since I'm not doing that anymore, not with any, regularity, I'm not rolling in money, but I do have, if I budget correctly, I do have the funds to be able to have my groceries delivered and all of that. So I don't pay for cable. I don't have an expensive cell phone or an expensive cell phone plan. If you, and this is just a little life lesson from me, because people ask me, Karla, how are you so productive? Like, how can you do everything that you do? And I mean, I can go on an entire video and tell you all, like, well, this is how I live my life, and da 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 da. But the reality is, it's as simple as this. If you want something to happen and it's a difficult change, you have to adjust your lifestyle accordingly, and you have to put in the effort, because I'll tell you, everything that I've achieved, my coloring books, my art, my stores, everything, my businesses, right? Any of that would not have occurred if I hadn't consciously put in the effort and the hard work to make it happen. And people don't realize you can't just manifest whatever you want. And yes, I say that with my little voice because, manifestation. because people think they can just think what they want into existence. And baby, that's not how it works. You have to get off your butt. You have to stop potatoing it on the couch and make things happen. Nothing that I have, not that I have a lot, you know, but nothing happened because I was sitting on my ass. Nothing. I work a lot. And you guys who have been on my channel, you know how much I work. All right, there's still a lot of black that I need to put on this, but I just want to slap some color on here. I'm in the mood for some color, so let's grab some. I grabbed my Ohuhu pastels. I thought initially that I wanted to do a bright green, but I think we're gonna play with these tones here. And yeah, you all, yes, I do have a tendency to get very motivational speaker, ooh, after school special on your asses, but I do it because I am not necessarily an anomaly, right? Ooh, like Karla, she can do it all. We don't know how she does it. I can never do that. I have many people watching on my channel who I know for a fact want to expand their creative process, their creative practice rather, and they just don't know how, and they feel that they cannot do it. And it's not true. It's just not. And I wasn't blessed with some supernatural ability to work. No, it comes down to willpower, dedication, and actually wanting to do something. So it is definitely within your power to do something. You just have, oh my gosh, my marker's spreading the ink around. See that dirty little mark it left on her? It's just a matter of you implementing lifestyle changes. And I don't succeed at everything. You guys know that I've always struggled with having the most atrocious sleeping schedule. There was a time when I would wake up automatically at 7:45. Sometimes I would wake up at 6:45, and that's because my dog used to wake me up at 6:45 because he wanted to go potty on the dot, 6:45. He would literally jump on me like, get up now, woman, I need to pee. So he no longer does that. Now he's lazy and he wakes up whenever he feels like it. It's typically around 9 o'clock. So I'm usually up at around 8 now, and which is fine, but I go to sleep, you guys, 4 in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning. It's like, God, that's not good. That's not good. And that's one thing that I do want to change, because I like waking up early, but I hate getting 4 hours of sleep. So that's one lifestyle change that I have been trying to remedy. And it's difficult, and I know it's difficult, and it's not like, oh, Karla, like, don't worry if you fail. No, it's my fault that I'm failing. And that's the problem, is that most people, you know, when they try something and they fail at it, they're too soft on themselves. They give themselves too many outs. It's okay to give yourself grace and say, you know what, I'm trying to break this habit and I fell off the boat a couple times this week. That's okay. Have a little bit of grace for yourself. But if a couple, you know, if you're trying to break a habit and you fall off the boat a couple times a week, that's fine. But if you fall off the boat multiple times per week, every month, then that's a you problem and you need to fix that. But that's it. If you want something, it's well within your reach to achieve it. You just have to want it badly enough, and you have to be disciplined. That's it. There's no wild secret to my productivity. If you love something enough, you'll make the time for it. I like that color. It's kind of sickly and weird. Oh, that is pissing me off, that little stain there. But we're gonna do this right here. In a cool shade of green. Ooh, you know what? Green. Ooh, you know what else? Oh, she's just cool. Oh, she's cool. I love her. It's so simple, but I love it. And cute. I have the art supplies listed down below, by the way. I always do. If I fail to mention something in a video, just let me know and I will respond to you. But if you're wondering what I'm using, the sketchbook, the markers, and all of that, take a look down below. If it's on Amazon, I link it, and if it's not on Amazon, I at least list the name so you can shop wherever. Because usually most of what I use, you don't have to purchase on Amazon. If you are not a fan of the Amazonia, you don't have to shop there. My links are affiliate codes, yes. Or not affiliate codes, but they are affiliate links. But baby, if you don't want to shop on Amazon, you don't have to shop on Amazon. It's just there for your convenience. And if you are looking to help your girl out a little bit, yeah, feel free to use my links, but do what you want. I don't know why that's so hard for people to say. You know, people are like, oh, everything is on Amazon. Like, use my links. It's like, yeah, okay. Sure, but don't be dumb. And what I mean by that is people who buy shitty stuff on Amazon and then they just push it to everyone. Like, oh, go buy it on Amazon. It's great, when it's really not. Why lie? Why lie? All for the money, right? Hate that. It's like, okay, you're gonna earn a couple of cents on Amazon, yay. But you know what? I think people just don't realize the power of just simply asking people, which is why I occasionally tell you guys, hey, if you really want to help my channel, like it, subscribe, and or leave a comment, because that actually helps a lot. People don't realize it, but it does. You know, I get comments periodically from people who are like, hey, you know, I'm super broke. I wish I could support you. I'm really sorry that I can't. And I think, well, baby, don't feel bad if you can't support me monetarily, because truly hitting that like button, I know everybody says it, everybody tells you to do it, but they don't really explain to you why it's important. Just liking, just the act of liking a video, subscribing, and leaving a comment, it's just a couple words. You know, hey, love the video. Even something as simple as that, to YouTube, that means everything. So even that is very helpful. People are too shy, you know, oh, I feel bad, I don't want to comment on her channel because I can't afford to buy, you know, just a little sticker for $4 or $5 and I feel bad and da-da-da. Baby, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about it. Like my video, just hit that goofy little like button. It does a lot. What does it do? Well, if people show interest in your channel, then YouTube says, oh, this person, people find her, you know, kind of interesting, so we'll show her channel to more people. We'll push it to more people. And that's really helpful. The more people find my little freak show, the better. Let's see. Shall we play with the pink now? I told you I wanted to go a little wild with the pink, but I'm kind of disappointed by these Copics. I love the colors, but they don't stay as fluorescent as I would like them to when the ink dries. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. See, well, but the thing is, it doesn't show up on camera very well either. It looks more fluorescent in person. But let's go with, which one, you guys? This one? Oh, I like them both. Let's go with the lighter one, just for shits and giggles. Let's see. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna do. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Pink and green is such an well, not underrated. I feel as though people have started in recent years appreciating pink and green. But it's a cool combination. I know a lot of, you know, home interior and fashion blogs and like all that bullshit will tell you like pink and green is a no-no, don't do it. Like, why though? It's the freaking coolest. What are you talking about? You've lost your mind. Maybe it's because I'm very Golden Girls, Florida. I love that aesthetic. You know, Miami Vice, the funky 80s colors, I guess that's why. But I think pink and green is great. Let me know down below. What do you think? Are you a pink and green person, or are you one of the adamant haters? Are you throwing up the cross right now? Like, how dare you use that hideous color combination? I like it, okay? She's looking cool. Now, are we gonna do this back here? Pink. I kind of wanted to do it gold, but now I'm kind of in a pink state of mind, so we shall see. I'm going to work on this a little bit more in silence, and then I will check in with you in a bit. I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly, off camera. I think I want to just work on the outfit a little bit. This page is just not super exciting in terms of my technique. You know, I'm just using marker and pen, so you won't be missing a whole lot by my not talking through it. So I will check in with you shortly. All right, I lied. I didn't do a whole lot off camera, but I did just a little bit. I'm going to fill in this circle in the back, this, whatever this is, this shape, with this pale green. And then we're gonna play with highlights. So what I'll do for this session, because this Sketchy Saturday is not gonna be, well, I say without having looked at the footage that I have filmed thus far, but I don't think it's gonna be too long. I probably shouldn't say that because, you know, I can run my mouth. But I'm going to, oh no. Why does this always happen, you guys? Why does this always happen when I'm in the middle of something? Always on camera. Whether it's a Sketchy Saturday or a frickin', it usually happens with my color in chats. But wait, have I rejuiced this marker? You know what? I've probably rejuiced this marker so many times that it is just dead at this point. I think. Is this one of the ones that I've rejuiced in the past? I'm not sure. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to rejuice it just one more time to see what happens. But oh no, she might be done. So you know what? It's fine. It's just a sketchbook. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to try to fix it. I'm just going to you are watching a straight up crime happening right now. This is just murder. Oh no, this poor marker is like, stop it already. Stop it. Just throw me away. But now it's working, kind of. See? Kind of. Look. Oh, what a jerk I am. Poor marker has had it. Okay, well, I just need you to work. But this is sad because I do like this marker. So I guess what I'm going to do, because I do enjoy these Ohuhu pastels, I'm going to be replacing these, the ones that I like a lot, with the equivalent Copic marker. So I'm going to have like a little Ohuhu graveyard. I'm going to make a little box. I'm going to go find a shoebox or something that I can put all of the dead Ohuhu markers so that I can, the ones that I like anyway, so that I can replace them with Copic markers. But you get it. You get what I'm trying to do here. So this is just gonna, it's just gonna stay the way that it is. I'm going to attempt to rejuice it, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You get the gist. So let's go ahead and play with the highlights. And then once I play with the highlights and I show you what I'm doing and just adding, you know, little white bits and bobs here and there, I will do the final detail work off camera, and then I will share this because I'm hoping to have this Sketchy Saturday up. I'm trying to put myself on a better schedule in terms of completing work, and not that I'm on this ridiculous schedule where I never get anything done. I'm not discombobulated that way, but there would be days when I would work on a color in chat and then I would leave it alone for several days and then come back to it. No, I want to stop that. If I start something, I want to finish it within a few consecutive days. I don't want to walk away from it and then just let it sit there. So for this Sketchy Saturday, I'm hoping to have it finished hopefully tomorrow, I guess. I mean, it's just a Sketchy Saturday. It's not going to take too long to do. And that way, if I can edit it, if I can start it, edit it, and then put it up within the course of a week, that's ideal for me. So that's what I mean by a schedule. I don't mean forcing myself to work. You know, it's Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or whatever it is, and you have to work on your Sketchy Saturday today. No, not that. Because one thing I cannot do is be forced to work on anything. This is one reason why I do not accept commissions. I don't accept commissioned work because I don't enjoy being beholden to anyone else. And I also, because, you know, fickle creative that I am, I don't like being forced to be creative at the drop of a hat. If I'm not in the mood to work on a Sketchy Saturday, if I'm not in the mood to do a color and chat, if I'm in the mood to draw, I'm not going to. You can't force me to do anything. I can't even force myself to do anything. Trust me, I've tried and I've failed miserably. So what I mean is just, if I start something, finish it within a couple of days. That's what I mean by schedule. So it's a loose schedule. That way I don't accumulate a pile of projects that are sitting there waiting to be done, because then that's a whole nother type of anxiety that I don't enjoy. If you have similar issues, which I'm sure many do, try it out with me. Force yourself to finish things within a couple of days. And when I say force, I don't mean, you know, if you suddenly break your arm or an eyeball pops out of your skull, okay, take some time off. I get it. But don't get distracted by stupid things. Get your work done. So you can see that, just subtle little highlights. And I'm going to disappear now, finish the rest of the highlights, and then I will see you guys when it's time to completely finish her up. All right, let's get this little lady done today. As you can see, I added, excuse me, a few details. I whipped out a yellow gel pen to add some highlights. I did some highlights in white as well, and we're not done yet because we still need to put the sparkle on her. Dang it. Me and my glaze pen that I miss so dearly. But this is how, when I don't have a shiny black pen, because let's be honest, having a shiny black pen is such a cop-out for adding shine. So as you can tell, I made the illusion of shine just by the mere act of inking. So if you purchase the glaze pen in the hopes that you can cheat your way out of learning how to shade, or rather how to ink and color to indicate highlighting, no cheating. You have to learn how to do things correctly. So that's just my advice to you. Never rely on your tool to do something that you should learn on your own without the help of a tool. A tool should never facilitate your doing something. It should, well, no, it should facilitate you reaching your desired effect, but it shouldn't be the reason for your desired effect. That makes sense? I hope so. So these are just little sparkle dots, and ooh, yeah, she's gonna get the full sparkle treatment. And today I do my sparkles in different shapes, but today I think I want to do that shape, kind of sparkly star shape. Like that. And I will go through the entire illustration and add these wherever I feel I need to add them. There's no formula that I follow when it comes to adding highlights. It's quite literally just putting them wherever I feel like it. There's no hard and fast rule for it. It's just, oh, this place is looking a little bare. Let's slap some sparkle on it. Today's poison of choice is nothing fancy, just water It's not iced coffee time yet. Maybe in a little while I'll fix myself up in iced coffee, but not at the moment. My throat is acting up though. I'm finally starting to feel the remnants of that monster cold that I had in infection that I had. It wasn't just a cold, but I'm starting to feel all of that finally loosen up. Oh my God, she says that she's about to choke. I'm not joking because of that though. Excuse me. I had a breakfast sandwich and I love hot sauce. And I used an habanero sauce. So I have like chili flakes and habanero stuck in my throat. So that's what it is, but it's okay. But we're doing good anyway. I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. So that's good. I mean, she's feeling better, but she's eating hot sauce. Like, girl, what are you doing? I love hot sauce. I get into periods where sometimes I just need to put like 3 different hot sauces on all of my dishes. I love spices in food. I love hot sauces. To my British people out there, I don't know how you live. I don't know how you survive. No, I'm just kidding. I know that you guys do use spices, but hey, I've been to British restaurants before. British tea houses, British restaurants, and salt and pepper seems to be about it, just about everywhere. And I'm like, how do you survive? Unless it's curry, right? Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of curry. I know, there was a collective gasp right now. I know. I'm more of a masala girl, not so much the curry. And I love coconut, which is crazy. Coconut curry is pretty good. But I'm just not the biggest fan. I do like it, but not the biggest fan. And it's that smell, that lingering smell too, that also irritates me. I don't know. I love food, but I have weird little food things, like little issues. Non-issues, really, but they're issues for me. Okay, there's not really much else to do on this. I think she looks, I don't want to go overboard on it. I do like it very simple. And as I'm continuing to work on this, I'm pretty positive that we're going to turn this into a sticker because I think she would look really, really good as a sticker. She's just a cool illustration. As simple as it is, it's just, I don't know. It's just doing things for me that I enjoy. So I think we're going to call it a day pretty soon here on this one. I'm just going to add a little bit of shading for dimension here. And I say shading loosely because I'm just adding some squiggles here. But yeah, I think she's cool looking. Oh, but you know what? You know what I pulled out? I pulled out my Sparkle Pop pens, which you are all familiar with if you watch my channel on a regular basis, but I pulled these guys out. I also pulled a pink one because I was thinking that I might want to outline it in pink. Let's outline it in pink. Let's just see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not a big deal. Because my issue is that this pink may be too dark. I mean, it is, but it doesn't look terrible. And I just freaking, this gel pen was still wet. Ugh, and I just ruined it. Great. It's fine. But, yeah, it is a bit too dark, but I think it's going to look cool regardless. So I'm just going to go in and give her the entire little sketch a pink outline. Like that. And then I want to go in on her green bits and do some of the lime green pen. See that? Probably can't see it too well on camera, but it's there in the flesh, and it looks good. A lighter pink sparkle probably would have looked better, but it's okay. I think I have one, unless I ran out. I used to have a pastel pink sparkle. Who the hell? Do you hear that hammering? My gosh. Every time, without fail, every time I sit down to do something outside my apartment, there's something amiss every single time, it seems. Is the universe trying to slowly nudge me forward into finally fully embracing my hermit life and moving somewhere where there are no people? I don't know, somewhere rural. Not to say that there are no people, but the dream would be to live somewhere that is rural enough that my closest neighbor is not within earshot. I could probably see their house way off in the distance, but, you know, I don't know. I'm just reaching a point where I'm becoming fed up with being in the city, and it's actually kind of a scary thought because, oh no, this is dry. Why do I have another one? I do have another one. It's a scary thought because I currently live in a city, but it's a tiny city. The population of Palm Springs teeters at around 43,000. So it's not teeny tiny, it's not a town, but it's a small city for sure. But there are areas here that are quieter, but of course they cost a lot. So, I mean, I'm paying a lot for where I live right now, but that has nothing to do with my living in a luxury apartment, because I certainly don't. But it's, I mean, it's California, and it's Southern California in particular. So yeah, everything costs a lot here. But I feel as though I'm just not done with Palm Springs yet. Because I know, the people out there, the adults out there are saying, Karla, if you're spending so much money, you know, move somewhere else, and that's a mortgage payment. You know, I understand all of that. But I feel as though I'm just not done with Palm Springs yet. Because I'm so in love with this town. What kills it for me being here are the people. But to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to enjoy people wherever I move. So it's not a people problem, right? It's a Karla not liking people problem. I'm fully aware of that. I'm self-aware enough to know that it's me. It's me. I'm just not comfortable around people. But it's not... Look, my neighbors are constantly fighting. People fight everywhere. I get it. But I don't like being around it. I think it's immature and stupid to fight over stupid crap. You know, they're couples that always fight over bullshit. It's like, if you guys are if people fight, and I know people say everybody fights, Karla, I get it. I understand bickering, but there's absolutely zero point or reason to have massive fights. There's just absolutely no reason for it. You know, we are all mammalian, right? For lack of a better word, we're all animals. You don't see animals having stupid extended fights, right? They fight over territory, they fight over food because those are necessities. But why are people fighting over dumb shit? You know, over friends, or oh my God, I saw you with him, or I saw you with her the other day, or oh my God, you didn't call me yesterday. All that kind of bullshit. People need to get their priorities straight. There's no point in fighting. You know what? It's just, people have these warped ideas of family and monogamy and what needs to... Look, If someone is a couple and it's just not working, just walk the F away. You know, I don't know. Honestly, I can't wrap my brain around people fighting over things like jealousy, monogamy, you know, alcohol, drugs. If you don't like drugs and your partner's doing drugs, leave. You don't like alcohol, your partner's a drunk, leave. Okay? You're not into cheating, quote unquote cheating, and your partner's cheating on you, leave. Okay? I don't know, guys. My brain just doesn't understand these things. I'm very open-minded to a lot of lifestyles, and it's because I just don't get angry. If something begins to feel uncomfortable for me, I just walk away. People, circumstances, that sort of thing. And I never think anything of it. And then people think, oh, Karla, you're so cold-hearted. You know, you were friends with this person for X number of years and then you just walked away with no explanation. I'm like, well, because I don't want to get upset and I don't owe anybody any explanation. If I simply no longer want to cultivate this friendship, then it's done. And why explain, you know? People are very odd to me. And this is another reason why I just need to be by myself, because it's tiring trying to explain myself to people. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it. The way that people don't understand the way that me and my brain function is the way I don't understand how quote unquote normal people function. I've never understood being upset over a friendship dissolving. I mean, I can understand being sad about it, you know, bummed, like, oh man, I really like that person, but I just don't understand. Relationships, people, you know, dissolve relationships, they break up, they, you know, divorce, do all that kind of stuff, and then they're devastated for months, months, years. I don't get it. It's a bummer and it's stressful, I get it, but damn, really, you're going to dwell on it for weeks at a time? Come on, man. Life is so beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of bullshit in life too, but it's mostly beautiful, right? There's so much to be grateful for. Don't waste your energy on a dumb person that upset you. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rant about that, but I just don't get it. I truly don't get it. And I say it because people, they misinterpret my inability to care about such petty stuff into being cold-hearted. And it's not that I'm cold-hearted. I just truly don't understand. I don't feel those emotions the way other people do because the thing is I choose not to. We are entirely, here, I'm adjusting you. We are entirely in control of our own emotions. And I don't care what people say, you know, unless somebody has a psychological issue, for the vast majority of us, we allow people to have the power to upset us. We do. And you can easily choose not to allow people to upset you. So I don't understand. It's like people who have to have the last word in arguments. Like, what is that? I don't care if I'm right about something. If I'm arguing with someone and they just insist on having the last word, okay. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to keep arguing with you. And it happens a lot online. You know, you see in comment sections of people arguing with each other and then they get passive aggressive about it. Hey, bestie, babe, love. You know, they refer to each other as love and bestie and babe and all that bullshit. And people just have to have the last word. And I'm like, well, are you that dumb? I mean, clearly you're that useless in life that your greatest accomplishment is having the last word in an argument online when it's a dumb, petty, useless, non-productive online argument. Humans are bizarre, guys. I don't understand it. Again, I don't care if I'm right. If I'm right about something, I don't suffer fools. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with someone about stupid things. You know, it's bizarre to me. I would rather just walk away and let them feel better about themselves by having the last word. It's like, okay, your life is that miserable. I will give you the gift of feeling better about yourself today by letting you win this argument, right? Because you're going to be stewing about it for days on end. Me, I'm going to go on with my day and I'm never going to think about you again, right? I don't know. People are odd. This is why I have Beast, my Beast over here, who's equally odd. But, you know, see, I understand him. He's odd in a different way. He's odd in the way I like. My little barky chicken nugget. Cute. I feel like I want to add something else. Well, we're gonna do the green, yes, but I want to add something else. Ooh, hey. Hey. Cool it. There's nobody even outside. I don't know what he's barking at. Are you chasing poltergeists around the apartment again? Can you imagine? Ugh. Some days I would love to have a little poltergeist friend in here. I mean, I don't necessarily believe in poltergeists. Before anybody starts thinking that I believe in ghosts, I don't. We've been over this before. But sometimes I think, you know, it would be kind of fun to have an annoying little... What are they supposed to be? Spirits or demons? I don't want to invite demons into my house, but if they exist. But a poltergeist is just like a bratty little spirit, right? Some days I think it would be cute and fun to have someone, you know, knocking markers off my table and bothering me. But then I think, oh no, how do I exercise your butt out of here? Because I don't want you in here knocking my markers off my table anymore. I assume it would be like having a pet, right? Just somebody annoying you all day long. But see, if I'm trying to sleep and you're pulling my blankets off my bed, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am, fetch the salt, because I'm going to throw some salt on your ass right now. Isn't that how you get rid of pesky spirits? I don't know. Oh man, my dumb brain. I love it. I love it. It is the source of much frustration, but in equal measure, entertainment for myself. Maybe that's the key to living a successfully, relatively solitary life, is you have to have the ability to entertain yourself. Because if you don't, you will get quite bored pretty quickly. Cute. You know, oh God, I'm just dying. I'm dying to put some highlights in that neon pink. Nothing crazy even, just because I'm starting to see the sticker come together in my brain. And I think I'm going to color it essentially the same as this. There will be some differences, but it's going to be basically pink and green like this. But the sticker, I think, I'm talking as though I'm going to do it for sure, but I'm pretty positive it's not going to have this pink line in the back, and I'm quite sure that I'm not going to include this shape either. It's just going to be the figure. But I'm thinking about following these colors, more or less the green and the pink in that sticker, and I'm just, yeah, I like it. And I'm even wondering now if I should explore the idea of truly unique art piece stickers, meaning large stickers with specialty finishes, because I am a graphic designer, right? So I have access to all of the graphic design programs, and I can make really killer stickers, meaning I can design, you know, a layer of foil, a layer of glitter, a layer of this and that and the other, and then when I turn it into the sticker company that I use, or companies, I mean, depending on which one is making my stickers, I can come up with some really cool designs. And so I'm thinking, you know, something like this, if I had her outlined in green foil, if I did, I don't know, pink foil, I don't know. I have to think about it. But of course, that comes with exorbitant expense, right? Any specialty finish on a sticker is at least a third more than standard, typically about 50% more, but it's about a third, sometimes 50%, and depending on the size and the amount of specialty finishes, it could be double, triple the price. So I would have to price my stickers accordingly. And I know, you know, I'm not going to charge $10 for a sticker. So I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like these cool specialty stickers might deserve some cool specialty treatment. Okay, you all. I'm going to consider this little lady done at this point. All I'm going to do is add some more white highlighting around the edges, but she's done. So thank you all for joining me for this Sketchy Saturday. I do hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me and sketching or doing whatever it is that you're doing, coloring, drawing, cleaning, giving yourself a manicure. I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing over there on your planet. I hope that you enjoyed Sketchy Saturday, and I hope you join me for the next one. Take a look down below. Everything you need to know will be down below. Links to the supplies, names of the supplies, you know how I do things around here. So everything you need to know will be down below. Be bad, be good. I don't give a damn which. You know I don't give a damn which. Just pick one, own it, and run with it. With that being said, we're all done. I will see you in the next one.